they finally did it. They caught me. The police, they caught me messaging 16-year-old girls on Instagram, and they locked me up in their interrogation room for who knows how long. And they're gonna now I have to make YouTube videos to pay for my bail. So I think still things are probably going better for me right now than most of my Gen Z and Gen Alpha counterparts. Um, Cause what are you guys doing? Maybe I'm not talking to you, but I'm pretty sure you know someone that watches porn, smokes weed, has nothing going on in their life, or just they're playing video games. Like, what does our generation really come to, honestly? And I don't think it has to be that way. I think there's a number of factors, including um, just I feel like everyone outside is a lot older now. They're like everyone, if you go outside, everyone you meet is like in their 40s, in their 50s. At least where I come from, I'm from a pretty like rich suburban part of California. So I can't really speak for like other areas like in the Midwest or in the East Coast, but just in my personal experience, everyone like I see outside is in their middle age, in the in like is middle aged. I don't really see a lot of people my age around. At least like just when I'm like walking around town. Um, so I don't really blame Gen Z and Gen Alpha for that. I feel like that is a legitimate problem. There's just like not um, a lot of like community left for young people like us. They're like really the only thing we have is like run clubs, and um, that's like that in itself is like pretty destructive to other communities. Like I'm part of a run club, and there's like 140 people. Like there's like a good amount of people in our run club, and um, you know, it's like when you see 140 people like clogging the streets, it can kind of like even I'm a part of that, and I'm like, okay, that's not really fair to like the residents here. So I feel like um, it's I feel like it's gonna boil over at some point. I feel like as more of our generation flocks to these run clubs looking for community, which I'm pretty sure there is gonna be an increase in people. Um, I think it's just gonna be the residents are gonna be more annoyed, and then we are gonna like it's gonna come to like a point where we're gonna have to like either disband or we just take over the streets, you know? Okay, this is why I fucking played this video. Um, what was I even gonna talk about? Yeah, there's just a lack of community, no young people around. There's social media that's kind of using us, they're using our data to kind of hijack our minds and use all they're basically using what we as humans have developed for thousands of years in our brains, and they kind of use that against us in the form of social media algorithms. And I think that's pretty fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. So Mark Zuckerberg, if you're watching this, fuck you. Um, cooking at all. I'm just still disoriented from the way those cops arrested me with the. It was just so jarring because I was just in the middle of laying down pipe, and they just came over and arrested me. I'm still pretty frazzled from this situation, but we just gotta move on. Um, yeah, it's kind of fucked up what they're doing to us, but at the same time, I think there is hope. I'm not gonna be a doomer and be like, oh, everything's fucked up. There's no hope. We're all gonna die. The world's gonna end. I'm not gonna be like that. I feel like um, there's ways to get out of it. Even though the world is going to shit for us, I still feel like there's a way out. I think you just have to put work in. You have to really like make an effort now, but it's not impossible to um, make your life better in the postmodern era. In fact, I think this is probably one of the best times if you're really locked in, then you can really make a name for yourself. It's a lot easier because first of all, like I said earlier, um, too many people are just getting distracted by social media, by drugs, by video games, by porn, specifically like young men. So I think like I wasn't really until like recently I wasn't really tuned in to how bad it was, but since I work in the service industry, I work with a lot of young people, a lot of food runners that are my age, also a lot of cooks that are our age, which is like pretty surprising. But going back to what I was saying, a lot of the food runners, they ask me what I like to do, and I would say like I'm pretty like deep into self-improvement, so I say like, oh, I like running, I like lifting, I like reading books. And they're like, do you play video games? And I'm like, no, I don't. And they're like, do you watch porn? And I'm like, no, I don't. And they're like, so what else do you do? It's like stuff like that. It's like people don't really, outside of like anything that's not really um, people think I'm crazy for like just doing stuff that's like outside of the norm, which is like digital media. I feel like I'm just repeating myself, but it's okay. It's the first video. I don't really give a shit. But um, yeah, I think it's pretty scary to see how fast like being a loser is like normalized in today's culture. So I think that speaks volumes about how people that want to actually succeed, that really want it bad, I think it's pretty easy for us, especially now that we have the internet and all these resources at our disposal. Um, it's easier. It's easier than us. It's easier than. Oh, fuck. No cuts. I'm not cutting this shit. Fuck it. We ball. Okay. I'm trying to be a better YouTuber. I have to pay bail, or else I'm gonna be a lifelong sex offender. So I can't. I don't have time to make cuts. I just have to be raw, and I have to be real. I have to keep it. I have to keep it 100, 10 toes down. Um, but yeah, it's like we have the internet. What else can we say, right? There's so much information on the internet on how to make yourself better and how to get above the competition. It's just like the problem is finding the right information. But other than that, I feel like if you have the internet, if you have an internet connection and you have a like something that you can use to make content, or like just like if you have a phone or an internet connection, you can do a lot of shit. You can make money. It's not hard. It is pretty hard actually. What am I even saying? But um okay. Okay, I might cut out these slow bits. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, no, I think it is. We have and there's like so many other resources at our disposal. Like I feel like social media is a good and bad thing. You can use social media for yourself to make money, and I think as long as you keep putting work in, it is like a pretty. It's not hard to get into, especially now with like faceless Instagram. If you like make curated posts that you don't even need to show your face, I think it's pretty easy for you to get in. It's just like you obviously have to put time and effort, but compared to like what we had to deal with before without the internet, when we had to work traditional 9 to 5 jobs, work in an office, take care of kids, maybe not that, take care of the kids part, but go to college, do all that. I feel like you can make money anywhere now, anywhere, and you can be your own boss. You don't have to rely on some schedule if you don't want to. Maybe if you do want to go down that path, then yeah, that's on you. But I think if you want to be successful, I think it's a pretty good time. Um, yeah, no, I'm really just rambling right now because um, let's see what else was I talking about. It's also the fact that wait, okay, I'm gonna look back. Oh shit. Okay. I think it's only the only thing that's stopping you is the fact that you're cooked, you know? And I don't blame you for being cooked, but I mean, if you like want to doom scroll, if you just want to be lazy, then go ahead. If you don't want to do anything with your life, yeah, go ahead. But you just have to realize that there's really nothing stopping you except yourself. Because you have like I said before, if you have a smartphone, if you have an internet connection, like what is there stopping you? I really need to make better YouTube videos. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, like you can do a lot. Maybe let's approach this with a little bit of nuance. Maybe there's like genetic factors or like disabilities that you have. Okay, yeah. I mean, I guess that is a pretty valid reason. But at the same time, I feel like for like normal people that live in the West, you're living it pretty easy compared to the rest of the world, and I think people don't take advantage of that enough. So I just want to end off by saying it's you versus you. There's not a lot stopping you. Lock in, put in the work, and grind. And don't even like follow all these influencers that tell you what to do, myself included. I'm not really trying to tell you step by step what you need to do. I'm just saying I'm just showing you that, or I'm telling you that it's like we were in this difficult situation, but you know, there's ways we can make it out. You just have to kind of have to find your own path, you know. And yeah, you can't really look at anyone else because you are you. You're in a unique situation, and that's like different from everyone else. But I think with you have to learn like foundational knowledge, but and that's gonna help you find out who you are, if that makes any sense. Is my mic even on? Yeah, it is. But yeah, like once you get the basics down, once you like, you can just like start like attuning it to your lifestyle, to your needs, and then before you know it, you'll have you'll have shit. You'll have money. You'll have house. Maybe ideally just like one girl, but you'll have everything you ever wanted if you just actually like put in the work, you know. But yeah, um, yeah, that's it. Like and subscribe.